Hello, all you GTA 5 fans. This is SLYRED, and today I thought I'd do a garage tour of all three of my garages and show you my vehicles and show you the paint I have on them and see if I can remember how I got them and show you how I got it. Okay, we have the Batty 801. Everybody has this bike. I know they do. It's a beautiful bike. Almost every color you paint it, it's a beautiful bike. But mine is a Schefter purple and matte black with white wall tires. Custom plates on it with my name. Pretty sharp looking bike all the way around. Then we had the Cabrio. This is modeled after the Bentley. To get this color, I used gold with a yellow pearlescent to give it an extra shine. And it really, that yellow makes it that gold pop. Reflect. Kind of a glossy look it gives it. With the custom plates again. The one thing I like about the Cabrio, it's a hardtop convertible. Beautiful car. For as big as it is, it's pretty dang fast too and handles pretty good. This one, Michael's car in story mode, the Obey Tailgater. This car is hard to find. It's the one you find at the golf course, and it spawns in, I think, at like 1900, right before dark, sunset. I've only seen it there once, but that's what I've been told. And the only time that I've seen it, I got it. This is it. All my friends have this one too, but you don't see this car around very much. It's pretty rare. To get the color that I got on it, I used a dark green and a yellow pearlescent over the top. So it kind of just makes that green pop and shimmer. Like it's a lighter shade of that green. Almost a metallic looking. In vitro croquette. Everybody has one of these too. Pretty dang fast car. Sounds pretty mean. Custom plates. The secondary color is a custom crew color, which is like a orange red glow paint. If you want to know how to get the color, comment down below and I'll tell you what the RGB colors are for it. To get the primary color, I used a matte black and then a wine red pearlescent over the top of it to give it that deep red look. Matched it with the lowrider rims and white wall tires. The Bravado Buffalo S. This is another car that everybody tries to find, but I keep telling them on the PlayStation 3, you can't find this car. It does not spawn in. The Buffaloes do, but not the S. It sounds pretty mean, too. Got a low rumble to it. The secondary color is a shafted purple. The primary color is a midnight metallic blue, or a majestic metallic blue, with a shafter purple pearlescent on the top of it. The rims are shafter purple metallic. This is a big car, but it's like a tank. It'll pound through anything. It'll pound through traffic. It'll knock traffic out of the way. It's not bulletproof, but this car can do some pounding if things get stacked up in your way. Corinne Sultan. There's a lot to say about this car. This car was a pain in the ass to find. And still is a pain in the ass to find if you wanted another one. I had two at one time, but I sold the other one. I had a buddy the other night that was looking for one, and we had 5 of us guys looking for like an hour and a half and did not find one. And we went to all the locations where it was supposed to be. I found mine. I'll show you on the map. Way north. I found it in this neighborhood right here. Not on the back road, but the one in the middle. And I did find it at night. And I did not find it in that yard where they see the boat and the wrecked cars and all that. And it's supposed to appear there. I did not find that. I found it just cruising down the road at night up there. Okay, and when you do find it, it is not an RS. To make the Sultan an RS, you need to put a roll bar in it. Once you put a roll bar in it, it becomes the RS. These are pretty simple colors. I used a metallic black for the primary and a metallic red for the secondary. I used the same thing on the rims, just a metallic red. But it's not a bad looking car though. No license plate on the front. Custom license plate on the back. Alright. This one I made the other day just because I was curious of what it would look like. My Batsu Penumbra. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it looks like the Eclipse. And with all the ground effects you can put on it, front end, back end, side, and the spoiler on the back, it looks pretty cool. It handles pretty good. I was pretty impressed with it. It'll take a corner really, really good too because it sits so low. Not the fastest car in the world, but it's one you steal off the streets and they're on every corner. So, looks better than those stock ones. To get the color for this one, I used a matte gray and an orange pearlescent. And I just used for the secondary color metallic orange on the top. The rims are matte black. Kuruma. Everybody has this car. Everybody loves this car. Well, maybe they don't love it, but I do. This car has saved my ass more than once, that's for sure. In highly volatile military and police actions where bullets are flying from every direction, including the air, this car has saved my butt. Simple colors on this one. It's a crew color, but it's like a fluorescent red for the primary, and the secondary is just a metallic black. The rims are a metallic red. This car you get by doing the Fleisha bank heist. The very first one only takes 2 people. But once you finish it and complete it, it shows up at the store and you can buy it. I think it's like $520,000, something like that. But it's virtually indestructible. You can destroy it, and I know all kinds of people say, yeah, you can blow that car up. I'm like, yeah, you can, but it'll take more than one hit to do it. And if you're at high speed, you might get away. Alright, this is a new one that I purchased recently. The Lampadata Casco. I may be saying it wrong. Tell me down below, but I love this little car. It looks like the DB5 Aston Martin that James Bond used in all the older movies and the ones that he loves in the newer movies. This little car flies. It's a nice little drift car too. Goes around the corners, and the options, as you can see, is pretty cool. With that hood scoop, you can see the intake and the carburetors on the top of the motor. That makes it look extra cool. I'll let you hear what it sounds like. It's pretty impressive for a little car. You can tell it's an older one with that dual exhaust back there, and it's just got that sports car sound, one of the older ones. Alright, on to the color here. This one was interesting too. I used a matte black and a majestic blue pearlescent over the top of it. I don't remember if there was a secondary color, but if there was, I probably matched it with a majestic blue. And I put the lowrider rims on it with the glowing blue color. Looks extra cool on it. Custom plate on the back. Oh yeah, there was a secondary color, because this front piece that is chrome was not chrome. It was the same color as the body, and I made it chrome and made it look more like the Aston Martin instead of like a blacked out body. Alright, and on to one of my most favorite cars in this whole game. I call this Barbie's Dream Hot Rod. I just bought this like 2 weeks ago. Very impressed with this car. It handles good. It drifts good. It's fast. Takes jumps good. Goes around corners good. I don't have nothing bad to say about it. And these rims are just gorgeous on this car. You cannot buy this at the Custom Works or the body shop. Those rims, they come with the car. That's why I didn't change them to any other ones, because those are some badass looking rims. They look good with this car. Okay, on to the description of the paint. Alright, the secondary color is a matte black. The primary color is like the Fister pink. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. In the metallic. And I put a shafter purple pearlescent on the top. So it just makes that pink pop all the more. You can see hints of that purple in there, but actually it makes that a deeper looking pink, a more shiny pink. This car sounds good too, and when it lets off, the exhaust pops when you let off the exhaust or the acceleration. You'll like pop 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 pop. Kind of like it needs a tune-up. But anyway, this is the one we're going to take to the second garage, so you'll kind of get a listen to it. And it shoots fire out the exhaust when you let off the gas. But you can hear that popping in the exhaust when you hit the brakes too. Seeing it drifts nice. Weasel Tower. This is our second apartment. There you go. Pretty impressive. Looks good at night. I guarantee not very many people have this car in pink. Especially guys. It seems like guys are afraid of the color pink. And actually it looks badass when you put it with black. It looks like a 60s style Corvette or late 50s. Okay. Into the next garage. I think this is where I keep all my supercars. Oh, yes, it is. Or hypercars. Overflawed entity. Everybody got an entity too, and everybody's got different paint jobs on them. But I don't think I've ever seen this paint job on an entity. Now, I may be wrong, and you may have one. Send me a picture if you do have one, or a video, or a link to the video showing it. But to get this color, I used, the primary was gasoline green, and I put just a blue pearlescent over the top of it. And when you're out in the sunlight, you can see that it pops right off the top of it. Like you can see a dark blue. Not navy blue, but just blue. Really makes this car pop. Then I put the light green rims on it. Another one of my favorite cars that you see on the street all the time. You can steal it, but you can't put it in your garage. The Grotti Carbonizer. This is modeled after the Ferrari California or the Ferrari 599, and I have a crew color on it right now, but what it is an orange red glowing color. And if you want the color, comment down below and I'll give you the RGB numbers for it. Another funny story about this car. I did not know for the longest time that this was a hardtop convertible. I thought it was just a hardtop. And I mean, you can't blame me. You don't see no bracings or no cuts in the body or anything. And I was like, well, that's pretty cool. And one day I was driving around and I saw a convertible one and I'm like, ooh, I want the hardtop and the convertible. So I went to the store to see if they offered it, and I was like, wow, they don't sell a convertible. How the hell do you get that car? And I got in one day, and after I'd had it for like a month, I was messing with my controller and hit the directional pad right, and voila. I was laughing my ass off because my buddy Fresh, he didn't know that either. And I told him, come look what I got. And he's like, did you steal that? I'm like, no, I didn't steal it. He goes, but you can't buy one. I'm like, it was already a hardtop convertible. He's like, what? So evidently not everybody knew this. I was one of them that didn't. Anyway, I painted the rims metallic black. And very fast car, handles really good, goes around corners really good. For a sports car, I'm very impressed with this car. And now on to the most controversial car in this game, the T20. Everybody starting out brand new wants to achieve enough money to get this car. Y'all know this car is over $2 million. And they're hoping like a modder falls in their lap and gives them $100 million. I think I earned the money to get this one. I didn't even have a modder I ran to. I think I earned the money to get it, every single bit of it. Anyway, we'll give it a start up. I think it's modeled after the McLaren P1. It was interesting what I did with the color on this one. I took a majestic blue metallic for the primary, and I put a shafter purple pearlescent over the top of it. And on the secondary, I just put the shafter purple. The same with the rims. But anyway, yeah, this is like Magilla Gorilla. Where does an 800-pound gorilla sleep? Anywhere it wants. Same with the T20. Beautiful car, though. I'll say some bad things about it, because Most people won't. They'll say it's the greatest car in the world and there's nothing it can do wrong, which is bull. This car is too light. It does not corner well at high speeds. If you go into a corner at a really, really high speed, at like close to 200 miles an hour, it will barrel roll. And I mean like about 50 times. This car is way too light. In a straightaway, there's not much that can touch it. But it's not good for road courses if you're trying to go really, really fast, because you're on the brakes all the time. And it slows you down. There may be some people that argue with me about it, but I drove it time and time and race after race after race. If you go too fast into a corner, and I know a lot of people say, well, a lot of cars do it. Well, not really. There's only a couple cars that I have that will do that. Most of them will take the corners fast. But this one will not. Anyway, on to the next car. Okay, here's a car I bought last night. I was surprised I did not have it. The Dinka Jester. And this is the sport model, not the race car. I was quite impressed with this little car. It's not as fast as the race car, but it corners well, it accelerates well. It's built pretty good. It's pretty sturdy. It sounds just like the race car, though. Exactly like the race car. The colors I painted, primary color is matte black. Secondary color is metallic orange. The rims are metallic orange also. Impressive looking though. And on to my car that looks like the Aston Martin, because if you look at the rear, yeah, even that emblem they have on the trunk there kind of looks like the wings of the Aston Martin. The Debauchee Mascaro. I have still not figured out what I want to do with the color on this car. If there's any suggestions from you guys, please comment down below and give me some ideas, or show me some videos, show me some pictures. I've had it in red, I've had it in green, I've had it in silver, I've had it in black. This is a crew color right here. It's between a light and a dark purple. If you want the color, comment down below and I'll give you the RGB numbers for it. The rims are a dark purple. I had the spoiler on it. I've taken the spoiler off of it. I just don't. I love the car. I just don't know what to do with it. Give me some pictures, guys. Give me some ideas. Make this car look really great. Alright. Dinka Jester race car. I like how they have that tear in the paint so you can divide the colors. You can paint it the same color in the front. You can paint it red. You cannot change the back color. It stays red all the time. So if you're thinking of a color and you want it to match red, whatever you pick on the front will be on the bottom and in the back quarter part of the ground effects. But I'll show you, it sounds the very same as the sports car. See, very same. The color I put on the top is a crew color. It's not the same as that Aston Martin looking car over there. It's a different one. And if you want the RG number on that, comment down below and I will give it to you. The rims are just a shafter purple. Nah, maybe they're a dark purple. But there's nothing special about them. It's one of the purples. Another legendary car we have over here. There's been quite a bit of controversy about this car too. The Pegassi's Intorno. Used to be the fastest car in the game. And I think they modeled it after the Lamborghini. Not so much the Aventador, but maybe, but one of them. It might have been the Nano or the Sisto Elemento. Some people say that this is still the fastest car in the game, but I don't think so. I think that T20 will blow it away, and I think the Osiris will blow it away too. Some say yay, some say nay, but we're not horses. Anyway, to get the colors on this, the primary one is matte black. The secondary color is a crew color of mine, which I've been using, and it's that orange red glowing color. The rims are just a metallic orange with the lowrider rims and the white wall tires. This little car has shocked me, because when I first saw it in the game, in the story mode, I was thinking, that car is badass. What is it? I didn't know they had supercars. I never drove it. I just seen it, and I was like, well, that car looks cool. And it doesn't come with a spoiler on the back of it. It just comes with a regular body. And it's usually a classic paint or a flat paint on it. Nothing real fancy. And then I drove one, and I was like, this car is the most amazing car in this game, bar none, to all the cars. And I have drove them all, and you can all disagree, I don't care. You take this car at any speed you want, it'll go around any corner you want. You might have to apply the brake just a hair, but it does not kick out that ass end. It just goes around like it's on rails. This car is sweet. Now, it don't have the speed of your hypercars, but it makes up for it. It'll corner faster than most of your hypercars will. What threw me off in the back was I wasn't too impressed with the way they made the rear of this car. They could have done something better with it, but it's not the worst, but it's surely not the best. And in dark color, this car looked mean as hell. It's modeled after a Lamborghini. You know it is. Probably the Gallardo, because it's a short body. Anyway, to get the color, the primary color I used was a majestic blue, and then I put the shafter purple pearlescent over the top of it to give that deep, deep purple look. And the rims are just shafter purple. Pegassi Infernus. That's what that one's called. You can see the acceleration's pretty good on that one. But, shoot, just ripping through the neighborhoods, just turning block after block after block, and S's all over the place. And you want to escape in a car from somebody, this car will do it for you. I was very impressed with it. And when I had enough money, I made sure I bought it. Alright, on to the next car. the adder, where they tell you if you cruise down this street, it'll appear parking here and you can drive it. Only in story mode, guys. It's not gonna happen online. Not ever. I did it for 2.5 hours one night and it never appeared down where that horse statue is. Not once. I went down the street for miles and came back. I went around the blocks hundreds of times. It never spawned in. So people telling you this car will spawn over there. No, it won't. Now, if you're in story mode, every time you go down there, this car spawns in there. It doesn't matter what car you're driving, it spawns in there. For the longest time, this was the fastest car in the game. But you know, as they brought out more cars, that car was faster, and then the next car was faster, and the next car was faster. And as of right now, the next pickup is faster, I suppose. Right? Slam Van. That's the latest rumor. It's the fastest vehicle in the game. I don't believe it, but they keep showing videos saying, it's true, it's true. We know that Slam Van ain't got no good brakes on it at all. You go into a corner and slam on the brakes, you're going to be in the wall. Alright. Truffada Adder. I don't know. Let's pronounce one right. Comment down below. Everyone just calls it the Adder. It's supposed to be the Bugatti Veyron. Damn fast car. Goes around corners. Great. Just all around great car. To me, I don't think it looks that great though. But I'm not a fan of the Bugatti Veyron. Except for the brand new one. Not the Veyron. Chiron or whatever they call it. That car is pretty nice looking, but I'm not a Veyron fan. SS, RS, GT, any of them. I don't care how fast they are either. That doesn't impress me on its looks. I'd rather have a Venom. Anyway, to get this is the mint green. There's videos all over YouTube telling how to get this. It's a custom crew color. I didn't put a pearlescent over the top of it. It's just the mint green, and it's like one of those glow stick colors. I think the rims, I put lowrider spoked with the pea green color. And the white wall tires. I'll let you hear this one when you start it up too. I like the car, this one, in the game. It's never failed me. It's fast. 9 out of 10 times it'll win any race you're in if you're a half decent driver. It's just ugly. Expensive Volkswagen. No, that's what Porsche is. I'm gonna get all kinds of hate mail. I'm just messing with you guys. Don't take me serious. And here we go. This might be one of everybody's favorite car in the game. The Pegassi Osiris. Modeled after the Pagani Warai. Warai meaning the wind in Spanish. Everybody loves this car. They love it in Gran Turismo 6. I know I have 7 of them in that game. And I have like 309 tunes for them. The 11 and the 13. Alright, this is a crew color also. This is a blue, and when you go out in the light, it turns purple, which I might drive this to the next garage just to show you. And we did the fluorescent blue for the rims to match it. This is another car that's pretty damn light. If you don't want your speed going into the corners, you could be doing a barrel roll. And if you hit ramps too fast, you could go to heaven. and not come down. That's a joke, guys. This car is super light too. It's not as light as the T20, but it's pretty close. It corners better than the T20. It rides better than the T20. It rides really smooth, like you're riding on air or a pillow or something like that. It's pretty damn fast too. But we're off to the next garage. It's got a weird sound to it. Woohoo! Next apartment's right across the street at the Richards apartment.
Don't even go there.
This is where I have my muscle cars and my 4x4 trucks and SUVs. Well, we started this in this time. The Sabre Turbo. The classy Sabre Turbo. What I do like about this car, the sound is amazing. It's got good exhaust sound. Rumbles like a muscle car should. The secondary color, it was chrome, of course, with nothing overlay on it, just chrome. The primary color used a matte black and a majestic blue, or maybe a racing blue. I think it was a racing blue because it was shinier over the top of that, and matte black on the rims. And Ponte Ruiner. This is the car that looks like the IROC Z, or the Z28 that they had in the 80s and the 90s. Always liked that car. I owned a 92 RS. Didn't have T-tops, but it had like the IROC rims on it. It was completely white with white rims. That car was beautiful. Some stupid teenager kid ran into it with a big old 4-door Buick that was a rust bucket and smashed the front end all the way to the windshield. And I wasn't even driving. It was my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. My wife came home when I was married. I'm not married now, but my ex-wife, she came home. And when she came through the door, the first thing I said was, "What happened to my car?" And yeah, they brought it home with a tow truck. I almost cried. I was worried about them too, but that was my baby. They were alright. They didn't get hurt. They almost beat the teenagers' asses, which is quite funny because my brother-in-law at the time and his wife, one of the kids tried to run away, a teenager, and she grabbed him by the shirt collar and pulled him up, and she almost beat his ass, and they didn't have insurance, and yeah, my insurance company totaled it out, and they paid for it, which was a good thing, but I still love that car. And then they hauled it off. They gave me the value of brand new tires I put on it, low profile. Alright, too far into that story. Sorry. Anyway, this is a crew color that's the opposite of that Osiris out there. This one is purple in the light and blue in the dark. The secondary color is a dark metallic purple. Same with the rims. Another vehicle that not many people know about unless they watch videos on YouTube. And they're like, everybody knows about the Cavalcade. And I'm like, yeah, well, not so many know about the Cavalcade. The Albany Cavalcade that has the horizontal grille in it, which mine doesn't because I customize it. You see more of the ones that have the vertical grille in it. That's the common one that drives all over the map and everybody steals when they're in trouble and it's the only vehicle around and you drive it off and yeah. But it's kind of hard to find the one with the vertical or the horizontal grille. You can buy both of them, but I chose not to. I'm like, I'm not paying for one of those when they don't cost very much anyway. I'm just going to go steal one and customize it. Well, what I found out is if you customize it, you can put like a 2,000 watt amplifier and speaker system into the back. And whatever color you paint, your primary color, the back of that will be that color. Not the amplifier, just the casing around the speakers and the amp. So I was like, that's pretty cool. Now the other one, you cannot put this system into it. Only the one with the horizontal grille. Alright, so the primary color is chrome. I didn't add, well, maybe I did. I added a metallic blue to that chrome, it looks like, because I can see a lot of blue in there. And I'm sure it was a crew color because the regular colors do not show with the chrome. Secondary color, baby blue. Custom crew emblems. Fluorescent blue on the rims with a white wall. Makes it look pretty cool. The Dubster. This is another vehicle everybody wants. Can't get it unless you finish the heist. Then it opens up. Dubster. Benefactor Dubster 6x6. Got 6 wheels. You can go either way with this. It's got a pretty cool sound to it. It's not diesel. It's gas powered. You can put lowrider rims on here and they look pretty good actually. Like the same rims that are on the Cavalcade. You can put those on here and they look pretty sharp, especially if you match it with the color of your primary or secondary. But I had those on there for a while, and then I saw a video of one of these over in Dubai, a real one, a Mercedes one, and I was like, wow, that's all blacked out. It looks pretty tough. I'm going to do that to mine. I added the same like glow stick color that's on my adder for secondary color for this. It is a custom crew color. You can't buy this in the paint shop. The primary color is matte black. Same with the rims that are matte black. This thing has all kinds of options, like 5 different grills and brush guards and winches and tire on top and luggage rack on top and floodlights and sidebars and roll bars and back bumpers. Yeah, this has got tons of options. I would suggest to buy it. Very nice. Alright, another one that has held controversy and rumors and all kinds of stuff. The Vapid Sand King XL. They do have a Vapid Sand King that is not the XL. I think it's the S. I'm not sure. We're going to look right now to make sure. is it? Because you can buy either one, and you can find either one up north on the map. Okay, we had the Vapid Sand King XL and the Vapid Sand King SWB. This is the one that's most commonly found on the north of the map, where they're just cruising all over the place. A lot of people are looking for the XL. It is out there. I have seen it, but it's very rare. Most of them you'll see use the SWB. I don't know what the difference is besides the price. They look the same, and I've customized an SWB and it looked the very same as an XL. So if somebody could comment down below and tell me what the difference is between those two trucks. Maybe that's not a 4-door, the SWB. It might be an extended cab. Kind of looks that way. Maybe that's it. Okay, but anyway. They talk about all these glitches about you doing a certain mission, which I've tried it a million times in a million different ways, of how these will spawn in fully customized. It doesn't happen on the PS3, guys. Don't let anybody fool you. It does not happen on the PS3. On the PS4, yeah, you can put a million of these in your garage and sell them, and when you find them, they're fully customized. They'll have camper shells on them and nice paint jobs and all the stuff on it, if the one you're using has all that stuff. But it will not work on the PS3. Just next-gen consoles. Anyway, my primary color was just red, metallic red on this, and secondary was chrome. And like I was saying, you put those little rider rims on here. I did not use the white wall tires. I thought it looked kind of funny. I just put the regular street tires on it. And we used a matte black for the gas tank, but you can get a chrome one if you want. But I thought that was too much chrome. Another interesting fact about this truck is if you put a roll bar in the back, it makes that back window bulletproof. I've tested it out, and if you don't have that roll bar back there, anybody can shoot you right through the window, the driver. But if you put that roll bar back there, that is a bulletproof window now. I don't know why, but it's a fact. My ass has been saved many a times because of that. Alright. This was a crew color too. Yeah. With a frost white pearlescent over the top of it. If you want the crew color, just comment down below and I'll give it to you. Or maybe I'll make a video on all the different crew colors, custom ones. And I put just a blue secondary color with and the white pearlescent, frost white pearlescent from the top just went to that too, because you can't put a pearlescent on a secondary color. We know this, but for some reason it added to it. I did the fluorescent blue for the rims, the lowrider ones. This truck is a beast. The Vapid Guardian. This thing would climb a wall, climb a tree, climb a cloud. Is a beast. Would go through a bank vault, drive right on through it. I think it's stronger than the Insurgent. Well, you know that's a lie, but it's got some plowing power. Let me tell you, if you got all your buddies around and they're all in cars and they all try to stop this truck, there ain't no way in hell. You're going to plow right over them. You're going to roll them over. You're going to drive over them. Just badass truck. They modeled it after the F650 Ford. You can put 2 people in the back. They can sit down back there. They don't have to stand up. It seats 4. Quite the cool truck. This one, the F350, I think it is, or 250, you cannot sit people in the bed. They can stand up there, but they will bounce out. Guaranteed, any kind of roughness, they will bounce right out. The Dubster, you can sit people in the back here too. There's seats for them and they won't fall out. So some trucks you can, some trucks you can't. And this one again is got, you can hang people off the side, as you see these handlebars back here, or bars. Not many vehicles can you do that with. And here we have the beast of all beasts, the Insurgent. HBY, Insurgent. You can't get this vehicle unless you complete the heist either. And I think it's the Humane Lab heist that you get this one. But once you do, yeah, it's badass. You can get this one and the one that has the 60 cal machine gun on the top mounted. That one you can't keep in your garage. You have to call Pegasus, which is a pain in the ass. Why, it's the same size as this one, except for the gun sits a little higher, and there's enough room between the ceiling and this vehicle where you could park that in this garage. Anyway, the primary color was matte black. Secondary color, then we used a wine red pearlescent over the top. Secondary color is chrome. The rims are a wine red. And this vehicle is just a beast. It's kind of like the Kuruma. It's not as bulletproof as the Kuruma, but it'll tear some shit up. It'll tear shit up like this truck will. Even more so. I had a Kuruma and a buddy of mine was driving one of these around, and I thought, well, you can't touch me in that. I'm in a Kuruma. I'm bulletproof. I'm armor. And he tossed me around like a rag doll with this truck. I mean, he hit me so hard it was like hitting a tennis ball with a professional tennis racket. And he rolled me all over the place, man, like a mother and a puppy, a dog mother. And everything I tried, I could not stop this vehicle. Slam on the brakes, hit it full force, hit it sideways, hit it from the top. It just lapped at me and spit me out. Very good vehicle to have. Very good vehicle to run missions with, heist with, or just fuck with people on the streets, including the cops. You can run the cops right over with this thing. Alright. Corinne Rebel. This little Toyota truck, I think it is, or Mazda, it could be either one, modeled after. It was modeled after one of the Baja racers. Has so many different options. It's rusted. You can't get the rust off. You may be able to on the PS4, because I seen them do it with the new cars that were rusted. But on the PS3, nope, the rust stays on no matter what color you paint it, no matter what extra you add to it. And there are lots of extras. You can have this casing come off the back and just have the frame. You can have the casing come off and have the frame and a spare tire back there. You can change the push bar in the front. You can change the fog lights, I think. But yeah, there's just a load of options on this vehicle. I painted it a crew color. It's the purple one in the light, and then in the dark it turns blue. Again, it's a custom crew color. This little baby, the Vapid Peyote, that is like the holy grail. People search for this car night and day in bad neighborhoods. I have had two of them. I've had them stock, where they still had the zebra stripe dashes and seats. I have had crew color ones, yellow ones, green ones, purple ones, pink ones, I think, even, for the gangs over in the ghetto. What makes this car so rare, though, is because it has that Los Santos thing in the back. It has the curb feelers on it. It has the spare tire with the bumper on the back. Because if you see the normal ones on the street, they're not worth as much money, and they don't have all these extra options on it. And the other ones will have like zebra stripe seats, and some of them have fuzzy dice. And yeah, I just took all that stuff off and made me a nice little 56 Thunderbird. I've had this is one of the longest cars I've had, and I did not go get it. I had a buddy of mine, DeLucy. He got it for me. He was going to sell it, and I just happened to be at the Los Santos body shop when he was going in, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, well, I'm going to sell this. I'm like, what do you mean you're going to sell it? I don't have one of those, and I can't find it over there. He's like, well, I'll give you this one. And sure as hell, as soon as I got one, then like a couple of days later, I got another one. And I had it all fixed up with the supercharger sticking out of the hood, and had all kinds of stuff on it. And I just thought, you know what, I don't have enough room in my garage, and I need other cars, and so I sold it. Just the same as that hearse. DeLucy gave me one of those too. The hearse was kind of cool. It had a coffin in the back. You paint it any color you want. I painted mine black. I think it's kind of trashy when they're painted pink and yellow and red. And I'm like, come on, really, people? But it's just a game, so whatever. Anyway, this one I did purple on purple. Shafter on both of them. The pearlescent and the primary. Give it that deep purple look, and I put the lowrider rims on it and the shafter purple on the rims. Another rare car that's hard to find sometimes. Like the other day, I was down at Simeon selling a car to him. You know how far that is, all the way to the bottom of the map. Why his shop is so far away. I guess to stay out of the police's eyes. But anyway, I was down there cruising through there because that's where you're supposed to find these, down on the docks and the warehouse areas. I found 6 of them sitting in one parking lot. I thought, woohoo! I hit the mother load! But no. I took one of them. I took him to the body shop, and I went to sell it. Nothing was wrong with it. No damage or anything. These damn things only sell for $2,000. I was like, you've got to be kidding. Why are they so hard to find if they only sell for $2,000? And the cool options you can put on them. Like that big wing on the back. That Daytona Superbird wing on the back that we've seen on our Mopars. The cool ass engine. The cool ass secondary stripes that are on it. I had a chrome for a while, but man, I had like a crew color pink that was just badass, and I had to put it on this car. Anyway, there you go. That's all 3 of my garages, and as you know, on the ps3 they only allow us 3 garages, or I would have 5 and they'd be full, and I'd still be jabbering to myself, and you people would be going, get to the point. Hope you enjoyed my video. If you'd like me to do a video on custom paints, just let me know below. I was telling you about this one. In the daylight, it's blue. At night, it's purple. See that light right there? It's hitting it. Turns blue in the light. And then when the light goes away, it turns purple. It's a pretty cool paint. But that's about all I have for now. Maybe next time if somebody would like to see custom tours of apartments, I have 3 different apartments, 2 stories in every one of them, I think. A lot of people are like, oh, you can only get a 2-story and the tower's up on the hill. No, they're almost in all the apartments. You just got to find the right number. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Tell your friends about me. And please subscribe. Have a nice